studies. Yeah, so that's good. Good to see that.
Okay, so the majority of the audience is new. That's fantastic. I'm going to end the poll now, and I'm just going to share with you what the agenda is for today. So we first of all going to talk about a little bit about RBTC. We're also going to look at ACCA as a route to becoming a professional accountant. And I'm not sure if some of you are aware, very exciting news, but with the ACCA qualification, you can become a registered auditor in South Africa. So
Very impressive.
let's kick off with RBTC. So, Andre, how long have you been with RBTC?
Vanessa, I've been there since 2012, so that's around 16 years. So it's been quite a while.
Wow. So obviously none of this is new to you, but let me tell everyone in this session about IBTC. I can tell you about our accreditation with the local and international bodies and that we've been around since 2006 and that more than 15,000 students have entrusted us with the exam prep. But I don't want to bore you with that. What you need to know is our philosophy, our heart, and where we come from. We are in the business of enhancing careers and enriching lives. We are very sure that our business purpose is to get students to become qualified. Once you've signed up with us, it becomes our job to ensure you pass your exam. Every week we measure our pass rate at a company-wide team meeting, and it's the one number we consider to be our true north. So we like to say our job is to get you to pass first time or stick with you until you do. We are with you every step of the way from registration right through to graduation, so you can say success is on your side.
Indeed. One thing that makes us different, Vanessa, is that we use BBP study material and resources. There are other material providers out there, but we do believe that BBP is the best. We closely follow the study methodology, and you'll see why. So on the screen, you can see that here we compare the global ACCA pass rate per subject against the pass rates achieved by all the students that use BBP's resources. This includes, of course, the IBTC students. Traditionally, AAA, which is, of course, auditing, APM, which is management accounting, and AFM, which is finance, are known as the very tricky subjects. As you see, however, our students perform between 20 and 30% better than the global average. The truth is, you're more likely to pass with BBP and IBTC. A lot of this is driven by the quality of the questions and the structure of our courses.
Andres, if I remember correctly, didn't you just get 100% pass rate for one of our cohorts with the EY group?
That is correct, Vanessa. We did. That was a matriculant group from EY, but that's not my group. I lecture the graduate group, and that's a bit trickier.
Ah, understood. Okay, so let's look at why you should study ACCA. ACCA is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, a global body for professional accountants. The ACCA qualification makes you a chartered certified accountant with international recognition. Think about that. A chartered certified accountant with international recognition. Some of you sitting here today might wonder whether ACCA is the right professional qualification for you if you want to become a professional accountant. There is a long list of reasons why you should study ACCA. Personally, for me, here are my favorite reasons. A, it's recognized worldwide in 179 countries around the world. You can show up with your ACCA qualification and they'll recognize you. Accounting is just one of those professions that enables you to work anywhere in the world, and it just becomes easier when you do it with a globally recognized qualification. Isn't it, Andres?
Absolutely, Vanessa.
My other reason is that around 7,500 employers around the world prefer ACCA. The ACCA qualifications are developed with employers. So employers are confident that they know what they get when they employ the ACCA member. For them, ACCA is a seal of approval of the person's technical ability, really. In fact, we are now seeing an influx of inquiries from the SA auditing companies. They are all interested in starting an ACCA audit stream alongside their traditional CICA stream. This is great news for South African students. So ACCA helps you get that job, but it also helps you get that promotion. The truth is you need a formal qualification if you want a career in finance and progress to a senior management position. That's probably true for any profession, really, isn't it, Andries?
Yep, you need a qualification to get somewhere. I also like studying ACCA because it's flexible. I mean, you can organize how and when you study to suit your situation. If you want to complete it as quickly as possible, you can study full time with a tuition provider. If you have an existing finance degree, you can also apply for exemptions from the ACCA papers. And many of our students are already working accountants but want to study ACCA to stand out or progress to their careers. They will study part-time with us at their own pace. Some will come to classes, others will do distance learning, and others will do online courses. It is very flexible, really. The ACCA, the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants Competency Framework, is a guide that defines the skills, behaviors, and knowledge required for effective financial professionals. It ensures ACCA qualifications align with business needs and demonstrate how members provide value. The framework includes technical skills like taxation and corporate reporting, as well as professional skills such as ethics, leadership, and stakeholder management. The key components and purpose are as follows. It defines required skills, which basically outlines the highest standards of professional competence by capturing what successful accountants do and deliver. It aligns with qualifications. The ACCA uses the framework to develop its qualifications, ensuring they meet the evolving needs of businesses. Supports career development. It helps students and members understand the various competencies needed for different roles and how their training contributes to career progression. Links to practical experience. The framework connects the skills learned in exams and the ethics and professional skills module to performance objective required for practical experience side. So,
Sorry, carry on.
No, continue. Sorry.
This is so interesting, which I now can understand the potential roles ACCA qualification and experience delivers from middle management right through the board level, and the average salary is about 800,000. All right, so let's look at an overview of the ACCA qualification and where you should get started. First of all, the professional ACCA qualification is the red blocks you see here. You start at fundamentals and then do the strategic professional. On the left is the blue block. It's the open entry qualification. This is where you'll start if you have no matric or a matric with no exemptions. Back to the professional qualification, the red blocks, you can see that within each level there are sub-levels. The fundamental levels with applied knowledge subjects and applied skills, and you'll see that they are exit level qualifications. The diploma in accounting and business, this is quite nice because you always have the qualification to show for your studies. At strategic professional level, there are essential modules and electives as well as your practical experience requirement. So where do you start? School leavers without exemptions will start on the foundations level. Graduates or matrics with exemptions typically start at applied knowledge. Graduates in accounting, depending on the institution and the year qualified, can start on the strategic professional level or applied skills with 1 or 2 exemptions. This is your group, Andries, isn't it? You have the graduates.
Indeed, on that side. So maybe just a few things to note about exemptions, Vanessa. So ACCA does not give exemptions for any subject on the strategic professional level. Unfortunately, you're probably curious to see what exemptions you'll get. You can go and check it out on the ACCA exemption portal to see where you are likely to start. Remember, they will only confirm your exemptions once you have registered and paid your registration fees. But at IBTC, we can help you to find your exemptions before you have to pay. So therefore, please email info@ibtc.co.za with the subject heading ACCA exemptions. So on the screen, you can see that the most popular exemptions from the undergraduate qualifications will be there for that side. So on the ACCA website, there's also a handy ACCA exemption calculator you can use to check your starting level. Can I ask the marketing team maybe to put that link into the chat for you then to follow?
Thank you. Next up, I want to briefly talk you through each subject per level. So let's start at the foundation level. The first two subjects are, financial accounting and management accounting, which Andries, do you want to carry on?
You can. Okay, no problem. So let's get to that side. So the first two subjects, of course, is financial accounting and management accounting, which of course earns you the ACCA diploma in accounting and business at level 2. Two more subjects, and you will be awarded the ACCA diploma in accounting and business at level 3. Add another 3 subjects, and that takes you to diploma in accounting and business at level 4. From the foundation level, you can continue to the ACCA qualification and start on your applied skills. So therefore, you can skip, BT, MA, and FA, which is great from that side here. Okay, so now we're going to look at the professional qualification in the red blocks here. Okay, so we start at the bottom with the applied knowledge modules. I like the applied knowledge modules because it's such a good introduction to the world of finance and accounting. It just got all the essentials accounting techniques, such as a good basis for high levels. So the subject would be business and technology, management accounting, and financial accounting. Then, of course, we move on to the applied skills level. We really start getting into it. Truth be told, most people start here. Okay, so here we will develop the finance skills you're going to need for a career as a professional accountant in any sector. There are 6 modules and exams at this level, and and there is also an ethics and professional skills module, but that's a non-examinable module. So when you've done all of this, you'll get an advanced diploma in accounting and business. The Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Business is benchmarked at the UK Bachelor's University degree, and at this stage, you're also considered a part qualified accountant. So now we're going to move on to the strategic professional level side here. So the final level to secure your ACCA qualification and becoming a professional accountant is the strategic professional level. Here you can complete the 2 essential modules, then you can specialize in an area that best suits your career ambitions. Here we really start preparing you for a future leadership position, and you can see the introduction of non-finance subjects, namely SBL, which is Strategic Business Leadership, which is my favorite. It is strategic. It prepares you to contribute strategically to a business and in your finance role from that side here. Okay, so let's look at the subjects here. So you've got Strategic Business Leader, which is SBL. You would have Strategic Business Reporting, which is SBR. Then you've got your electives. You've got Advanced Financial Management, which is AFM, Advanced Performance Management, which is APM, Advanced Taxation, ATX, and of course, Advanced Audit and Assurance, AAA. So, if you're thinking of doing the Advanced Audit and Assurance or AAA, then it's best to do the SBR, Strategic Business Reporting first. Then do the Advanced Audit and Assurance and end with SBL, which is Strategic Business Leadership side here. Also, if you've been exempted up to this level, you should know that there is a fair amount of assumed knowledge at play. So you have to make sure that there are no knowledge gaps.
Oh my gosh, Andries, this sounds very technical, and it's a lot of information for new students.
Yes, Vanessa. But that's why you have consultants at IBTC. So there's so many choices you have to make to ensure you start at the right place, select the right subjects, and do them in the right order. So you can call, my solution would be just call IBTC in the morning to discuss this.
Lastly, you will require 3 years practical experience. ACCA calls it PER, practical experience requirements. You can use your experience which you gained before you registered with ACCA or while you're studying. But remember that you will need to get this prior experience signed off by a supervisor at the employer where you gained that experience. You may have a lot of questions around PER, but there will be a focus PER sessions like this one, which will go into more details. We're now going to move in the different ways you can study with IBTC. We would love all of you to study with us, and we have a method that will suit each learning type. I'm now going to get Andries to explain the first one, virtual classes.
Okay, so IBTC's virtual classes are run 1 day a week per module. And at this moment, there's limited subjects, but we're looking to expand. Classes are live online Zoom classes with an IBTC lecturer like myself. And after 3 months, you will be ready to write your exam. Within this package, it includes textbooks, access to the BBP portal, which of course has additional UK lectures, mock exams, and unlimited tutor support by email. You will also form part of a WhatsApp group so you can form study buddies.
Our online course is a structured course to get you to pass your exam in 9 to 12 weeks. There are set dates and a program you must follow. A student monitor will email you tasks each week as part of the carefully planned course program. This course also includes textbooks, access to UK lectures, mock exams, unlimited tutor support, and the WhatsApp group that Andries spoke about. Lastly, our Home Study Plus offers you all the same as online course, but without the student monitor. So you don't get weekly emails or encouragement or monitoring from our IBTC support team. We will provide you with a study plan, but we find this course is more suitable for students wanting to study at their own pace and set up their own study plan based on their work or home requirements.
Excellent. Thanks for that, Vanessa. So on the screen, I will show you the approximate days from level starting to completing. With the foundation level, will take you 3.5 to 4 years. Applied knowledge will be 3 to 3.5 years. Applied skills will take you 2 to 2.5 years. And strategic professional will take you 1 year to complete.
It's so exciting that qualified ACCA students can now become registered auditors in South Africa. The comparison to SAICA shows the route to URBA, and then from then on, you will be the same URBA stream. So if you look top right, there are compulsory subjects once you get to the strategic professional level. You have to take AAA, Advanced Audit and Insurance, and then you can choose between Advanced Financial Management or Advanced SA Tax. Once you have your 3-year adjusted PER, you will then be a qualified professional accountant with ACCA, SAAQ qualification. You then need to work at an auditing firm who will sign you up for the URBA Audit Development Program, where you need to complete 18 months of practical doing real audits. You will then be a registered auditor in South Africa. Now, before we open up the floor to questions, we would just like to share with you some testimonials of our students, including Lelea, who got the highest performance management mark in South Africa. We are so proud of you. I just want to thank Andries from IBTC, our expert ACCA lecturer, for joining our open day.